Hi, I'm Peter from IQ Man Welding School in Emerald, Victoria. Cigweld have gifted me this blue venom welding machine and I'd like to do an unboxing. This is the blue venom XF190. This is our handpiece. This is the MIG handpiece. I'll put that there in a second. It goes in there. In here we've also got a handpiece for when you're stick welding. This is a multi-process machine, MIG, TIG and stick. It doesn't come with a TIG handpiece. If you want to do TIG, you can buy that separately. We've got a manual to explain everything. And it also comes with a gauge and flow meter. We'll set this up quickly. Once you put in your handpiece for MIG welding, it usually stays there. There's no need to take it out unless there's a problem. Okay, so that little plastic cap needs to come off before you insert it. And it only goes on one way, so put it in very lightly and spin it until you feel it get in the right position, and then make sure it's screwed up nice and tight. So that's now in, and that should stay there unless you need to take it out for a reason. As I said, this is the handpiece for when you want to do some stick welding. So when you change from one process to the other, there's no need to take the MIG handpiece out. All you do is put this in either the positive or the negative side, depending on what polarity you want. So I won't put it in for now. So in here is the return lead also, and some spare bits and pieces, spare rollers, spare contact tips, little spanners as well. So this return lead, or earth clamp as it's called, goes into either the positive or the negative side, depending on which polarity you choose and which process you're welding with. So now I'm going to put it into the negative side, because that will then give me handpiece positive. This little piece here then goes into the positive side. That is the polarity for this one, for the MIG. So that's all set up now for MIG. So this is the gas hose, which screws onto there. Just hand tight, and then a little nipper. And then to put it into the machine, come around to the back here. It just pushes straight into there where it says shielding gas. Just push it straight in. And then do up the hose clamp. So I'm at the point now where I'm going to put a roll of wire in the machine, and what I've got here is 0.8 solid wire. So come around here and have a look at this machine. So we take off that retaining nut. Make sure that one of these little holes here fits over that lug, because that's the brake, it stops it over rolling. Put the retaining nut back on, just hand tight. Make sure that when you do this, you unclip that, don't let it go, because the wire is in a little bit of tension. The roll will spring. Take the roller off and make sure, because I've got 0.8 wire, make sure I'm using the correct groove. One of these is smaller, it's that one, which means it's 0.8. The other side is 0.9. So once you've got the roller back on, make sure, just feed the wire through this little spring here. Make sure that you never let it go. But once you've got it through to there, into that one, bring that down, bring that up, and now you can let go. This machine, come around to the front, this machine has a wire inch control, so you don't have to press the trigger. What you do is you straighten this out. Make sure that's nice and straight. Contact tip off. Straighten that out there like that. And press the wire inch button. And then that will feed through. That has now come through. So put your contact tip back on. Again, hand tight and then just a little tweak. That's all you need. Put your gas shroud back on. Trim the wire. And that part of it's ready to go. So now it's just a matter of putting our gas regulator and flow meter on. Come around and have a look. Make sure you've got an O-ring there. Make sure that O-ring's on. Hand tight. And then make it snug. Don't do it too tight because you've got the O-ring. You'll squash the O-ring. And then turn it on slowly. Okay, this is telling me how much is in the cylinder. If you come around to the front of the machine, you'll see a gas purge button right there. So you don't have to press the trigger. You press that, the gas starts to come out. Then you can set your flow rate here. We want that little ball to be on 10 litres per minute. Right there. So now that we've set up our gas, we've set up our handpiece, let's go through just a little bit of what this does. So this is a multi-process machine, so I can choose either MIG, TIG or manual metal arc. So as I toggle through, you'll notice they all change. So I'm going to go back to MIG. And wherever these little arrows are, that's what you can change. So 2T down to 4T. What they are is 2T, press the trigger and hold, and you can weld. When you want to stop, you release. 4T, press and release. You've got to be welding. Press and release, and you weld. Press and release to stop. I like mine on 2T. Here is our gas. We've got straight argon, mixed gas, or gasless. We're using a mixed gas right here. So that's what I've chosen. The mixed is argon, oxygen, and CO2. So I've chosen the mixed gas here. And over here is our wire size. I know I'm using 0.8. So I toggle through to 0.8. And then because this is on Synergic, you just set according to this chart here. You choose which one you're using, MIG, TIG or stick. You choose your thicknesses. According to this chart is where you set your volts and amps. Thanks for watching. I'm Peter from IQ Man Welding School.